Hello students! In this video, we're going to discuss the future will. Future can be described or can be used in three different formats. The first one is will, then we have going to, it's also very common, and we have am is are ing, which is also known as present continuous. But for today, we are only going to discuss will. So, will, when do we use will? When do we use the expression will and the structure for the future? We use will if we want to talk about certain spontaneous ideas about the future or promises, decisions, and also possibilities. So if we are using will, we are talking about something that is not very certain. It's not very sure. We are not very sure about this future. If we want to make decisions or promises, probably we are going to use will. And if we want to talk about possibilities, we're going to use will. So we're going to discuss the affirmative, the negative, and the interrogative to talk about will. The affirmative structure generally starts with the subject, I, you, he, she, the students, the girl, the boy, etc. Then will, the verb, and the complement. For example, I will visit you, I promise. This is a promise, so in this case we have to use will. I will visit you, I promise. The students will study at college. This is something about the future, but we are not very sure about this. It's a possibility. Jenna will buy a house at some point. This is also a possibility. It's not something we're not very sure of when it's going to happen and where it's going to happen. So we use will in this case. The negative form contains a subject, will not, or the other form won't, the contracted form is won't, the verb, and then the complement. If we want to be a little bit more formal, it is best to use will not, but if we are among friends or in a more casual context, we can use won't. Some examples are, you won't come with us. You won't come with us. It is a more casual context. You and I will not enter the house. You and I will not enter the house. Or it's possible Yang won't finish uni or university. In all these cases, we're talking about possibilities or something that we are not very sure because we don't have more information. So we're not completely sure. It's possible, it's likely to happen, but we're not completely sure. So we use will. And now the questions or the interrogative. For the questions or interrogative, we start with will. Then we add the subject, I, you, he, she, it. Then we have the verb, and finally the complement. Some examples can be, will Stacy eat lunch with us at home? We don't know this, and it's very uncertain, so we have to use will. Will we stay at home forever? We have absolutely no clue about this. So it's important to use will in this case. Or we can say, will they get some food? Will they get some food? Now we're going to practice a little bit. Now let's do some exercises. In this case, we have the affirmative, the negative, and the interrogative, and I'm going to show you only one. You have to tell me the rest. Here we have the affirmative. She will sing a song for us. What's the negative? Can you tell me the negative? So in this case, the negative is she won't sing a song for us, or she will not sing a song for us. What's the interrogative, or what's the question? Can you tell me the question? The interrogative or the question is, will she sing a song for us? Let's look at a different example now. In this case, we have the negative. Arnold will not learn a lot. Can you tell me the affirmative? So the affirmative is, Arnold will learn a lot. What's the question? Can you tell me the question? So the question is, will Arnold learn a lot? Will Arnold learn a lot? Let's go with a different example now. Here we have a question. Will the kids have breakfast here? What's the affirmative? Can you tell me the affirmative? So in this case, the affirmative is the kids will have breakfast here. Can you tell me the negative now? So in this case, the negative is the kids will not have breakfast here, or the kids won't have breakfast here. Let's try a different example. Now we have this question. Will I go to the cemetery? What's the affirmative in this case? Can you tell me the affirmative? So the affirmative in this case is, I will go to the cemetery. Can you tell me the negative now? What's the negative? So in this case, the negative is, I won't go to the cemetery, or I will not go to the cemetery. Thank you very much for your attention.